Yo, that's dope. It's true because it's cool to like say all the names and then like you said, and then you had Sweet Technique, and it's true. Like, sometimes I would like to hear like that perspective from somebody else, and not just because I don't want to like give ourselves flowers like this, but like I wish sometimes that you interview somebody like, hey, can you tell us about Sweet Technique? Like,
what I was gonna say is now you guys have been everywhere, man. I've seen you guys competing in the States. I've seen you guys, of course, competing in your own country, over in like overseas in Europe and things like that. What would you say are some of your most memorable moments? And like during this show, I just think it's really important to highlight those important crew moments because to me, it seems like we have went through and maybe are still in this individual phase where it's all about like the individual. And I think sometimes highlighting those crew moments that can only happen amongst crew members is pretty dope. So what would you say are some of the memorable things that have happened to you through being a part of Sweet Technique?
yeah, bro, like not to how do you say vent myself, but there's been a lot. Like the thing is like coming from Montreal, and let's say doing everything we did, it was like huge for us because it's like I have many things that it's been the first time. So it was like the first time I went to Boston.
Okay, all right, bitches, what you got? We got Flavor Squad.
Like I win the jam and I'm with like El Nino and like Ross from Flavor Squad, like Naughty One from Rivers Crew Korea, and that was like you never seen a guy from Montreal like rolling with these guys. And these guys were my boys, like because I was part of Flavor Squad, so that was like whoa, this is the first time, and they give me the board, like it was like a graffiti. That was the prize. I come back home on the board. It's my first time in the States, and I'm like, whoa. So that was one of them. Like, and even, in Street Technique, like at one point there was no leader. Like between me, Flo, and Promo, we were all one. So I remember that story too. Like I don't want to talk for him, but like when one of us wins something, we were all winning. So that was a memorable moment for me. But Flair didn't win, but he went to the Skill Methods anniversary. And I think he was 13. I was not there, but bro, he killed it. He made it to the semifinals, and that was the first time like a kid from Montreal. He's 13 years old at the Skill Methods anniversary. And actually, at that time, a lot there was the Strife TV that they
Yeah.
became dance and stuff. Yo, Strife TV film, and they had footage of Flair, and we're like, yo, Flair is on Strife TV. That was like huge for the scene. Like so, and that was around that time, like 2010, 2011. And like me, I went to Boston 2011. And then what else we had, like then yeah, we start rolling in the States. So with Flair and Promo, we started to go a lot to Florida, to Orlando, to the B-boy spot. Actually, we were like really close with Max One, rest in peace.
Rest in peace to
Like
him. Yeah.
Max was like, like so nice with us. Like he was like, yo, come to the studio. And we were friends too we became friends with the My 180 guys. So our boy Insight, yo, we used to go to Orlando. We stay at Insights, you know, like he let us be there. We roll with Keeves, with like, oh my God, like Curious, you know, like all the old school, like My 180, like a React. He was not there at the time, but of course there was Kuzo, you know, and
who used to be one of my favorites when he was active. Oh
yeah,
man, that dude was ill.
Yeah. But he was not in Orlando during that time. But there was our homie. He was a new member at that time. Adrian, like, and now he's a killer with the camera and stuff. Like, he still breaks. But yeah, bro, we were going a lot to Orlando, and just being like, just having that connection with, like, you know, Florida scene. And at that time, like, my 180 was like, whoa, you know, and we're like, yo, they're our friends. And so those little moments for us, it was huge. Like, it was like, you know, they were like, yo, you guys are dope. And I was like, what? You guys think we're dope? Like, you guys are dope, you know? And
right.
stuff like, so it was really building our, like, confidence. And so then when we were hitting the floor, you know, we were so, like, we were believing in ourselves, because we're like, yo, the guys from my 180, they think we're dope. So whatever we do, we just felt like, and it was no easy props, like, you know, like, it was like straight, like, because between me and Fleo and Promo, we never give each other easy props, you know. So I guess that was the thing, that when we go outside, people, they're like, hey, they have something here, you know.
Right.
But,
those positive affirmations can be very, you know, very impactful, because it's like you're doing this thing and you feel good about yourself. Your boys, you know, you and your crew, you guys are like, yo, that's dope. Okay, change that. That's kind of whack, blah, blah, blah. But then when somebody you look up to also says, yo, that's dope, it's like, oh, well, I'm about to go kill this dude across from me because some dude that I respect said I'm dope. You know what I'm saying? So no, I totally 1,000% know exactly what you mean.
No,
yeah.
and when this was happening, like back home in Montreal, a lot of people were calling us biters and stuff, you know. and so it's crazy, bro, because we were younger. So at one point, it was getting to our mind, you know. It's like, damn, we were kind of getting pissed, because, you know, when you call somebody a biter, it's almost like you're calling him a liar, you know, something like this, you know.
Right.
So we were like, what, man, like between each other, we don't lie to each other. Like, if my boy does something, I'm gonna tell him, like, yo, bro, that's somebody else's move. So like, when a stranger comes and he calls you a biter, I'm like, yo, you don't know my life, you know, like, what do you mean?
Right.
But
so
then,
wait, are you guys like, you know, not it seems like a lot of times the crew that makes it out of a scene by default becomes one of the most hated in the scene, in their local scene. Is that the story of Sweet Technique? Like, you guys are dope. Oh, these guys are good, and then you start to make a name for yourself, and it's like, no, these dudes are whack.
There was a moment, like, at one point, like, there was really that, like, little, like, phase, like, because we were going a lot to the States, and then you even had people from our hometown, like, without dropping names, but they were like, oh yeah, you guys are Americans now, like, you know, like, stuff like this, like, you know, like, and I'm like, what? Like, and like, it sucks, because when we're out there, we rep so much, like, our hometown. We're like, yo, we're from Montreal, and especially, like, at that time too, like I said, we're from Montreal. When you say from Canada, they automatically think, oh, Toronto. Or, like, nah, we're Montreal. Like, where's Montreal? They had no idea. So we were really, like, almost with a flag, like, we're from Montreal.
with
like,
the blue and white flag.
Yeah, you know, just giving you, like, the example, but we're not doing that. But
no, I feel you.
Yeah, you know, but it was like that. So when people were like, yeah, no, we're like, it was almost like, man, like, you have no idea, like, how we talk about our local scene, like, yo, we have these guys, oh, I wish you meet him. We have our friend, he doesn't travel, but he's dope. And we were dropping names, even though they didn't know who we're talking about. We were dropping names, but we can talk about this later, because that's why we did Skillzometer as well, because we started bringing people to Montreal, and then we had, like, big legends meeting our OGs and our pioneers, like, and then, like, actually, when that little phase of, like I said, let's talk about that part later, but that little phase we had about people kind of hating and stuff, all that stopped when we won Outbreak, the World Finals, you know.
Oh.
break to its finale. Please, the loudest ever. 1, 2, 3, switch out!
There
Then
you go.
yeah, you know, and then there was like, oh, okay, they had nothing else to say, like, wow, like, and somehow the new generation, because then the scene was changing, so the elders, they had to give us the respect, but they couldn't control the young generation, that they were like, whoa, they started looking up to us, you know, and that created something, like, to win Outbreak, already first Canadian crew to win Outbreak, and it was the last one, you know, and that was a crazy story too, bro, because, you know, Fleo has his knee injury, he's breaking like straight leg, and we beat like the biggest guys in the world, like it was big names who we beat that weekend, and it's the B-boy spot, it's the Outbreak, that was the jam, that it was the jam of the year, like, you know. So yeah. When we did that, like, a lot of like new kids, like, they brought it to the next level, because they were like, yo, if my people from my hometown win this, like, we can win too. Like, they just started to believe more in the dream, you know. So I guess at one point the older ones, they just had no choice to give us that respect. But man, like, you know, we Mex help us a lot, because we were sharing that with Mex about saying like, yo, people, we're beefing with people in our hometown and this and that, and he was like, to give you an example, like, it was like just step by step, you know, like going out of practice and not starting the big conversation, but just out of practice, hey, what's up? Just say what's up, you know, like, hey, peace, or don't have to be the best friends, but just that little, like, going out of practice saying what's up is starting to building, like, slowly, and then
For more quality content from Beyond the Cypher with Illskillz, don't forget to press the like and subscribe buttons. Also, feel free to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Beyond the Cypher. Let us know how we're doing in the comment section, and to make sure you don't miss anything from the channel, smash that notification bell. We appreciate the love and support. Peace. Until the next episode.